What's up guys, it's me Eric B and welcome back to the channel. And yes, we are going to be doing a first ride on my brand new MV Agusta F3 Rosso. Now it's not brand new, it's brand new to me. It's a 2022 and this thing is freaking gorgeous. Just look at it. Just look at it. But yeah, signature MV Agusta exhaust here. The stock exhaust, man, that thing looks really nice, but we're not going to have that for too long. We're going to be switching it out with something else, and I'll go over some of the parts and stuff that I have installed or some of the things that I'm going to be getting here soon. But yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like the Cyclops look. I can't even speak. Cyclops. I do like the more symmetrical lights and everything, like on the Ducati, the BMWs and stuff like that, even my Aprilia. But this isn't bad, and this kind of reminds me of a Suzuki GSXR. Since this is a triple, and since this kind of looks like a Gixxer, it's like a Gixxer and a Daytona or something like that, or some sort of Triumph of some sort. Had a baby, and this is what it is. But yeah, so I picked this bike up probably about a little while ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but it was down near Miami and I wasn't able to get down and pick it up or anything. And if you see this leaking right here, I just filled up with gas, so I might have overfilled it a little bit, so it's probably just spewing out a little bit there. But yeah, down in Miami, or near Miami, is where I got this bike from. I didn't go down there, I had it shipped up to me, as you guys saw in the previous video of it getting delivered. But yeah, man, nice little deal on it, couldn't pass it up. I've been wanting an MV Agusta for quite some time. I originally wanted the Super Veloce, but I kind of changed my mind because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a couple track days with it, and I still want the sport bike look, so here we are. All right, so some of the mods that I already have done to the bike. So as you can see, we have the WRS light smoke windscreen. We got the Rizoma stealth mirrors. I'm gonna add some Rizoma blinkers on here at some point soon. We have an MV Agusta fuel cap here, looks really nice. Let's see, what else did I do? I did the easy grip tank grips and everything on here. What else? New Rage Cycles fender eliminator. I think that is all I did. I threw a LED bulb in there just because I don't know why in this day and age we're still using the ugly yellow halogen bulbs. In 2023 they switched out to the LED lights, and then they have the daytime running lights, looks like a V or whatever right there. I wish they would have did that to this one, but I was just a year too short. Yeah, that's about it. As far as other mods, sometime soon I will be getting a Sprint air filter to install on this bike, and then I will have an exhaust coming. We're looking at the SC Project SC1R. It's going to be the high mount that comes up like that. I kind of like the way that that looks. But other than that, guys, let's go ahead, get this bad boy out on the road, talk about it a little bit, and see how she performs, because this is literally my first, well, I rode it once prior to filming this video just to check it out and everything after I installed the parts, but this is really the first ride. You know what I'm saying? Real ride. So without further ado, let's cut to the B-roll. All right, let's go ahead and get her started here. I think this dash is freaking beautiful, man. Motorcycle art, look at that. So it has a little battery status thing it does here at first. Gives you the battery voltage, whether it's good or not. It takes a minute too. It says it's good or ready to ride. So as you can see here, I'm already in the race mode dash, or the screen, if you will. So it has a different, like a street setting, and then if you put it in the race setting, it has the tachometer here in the center. It has your lap timer, your laps that you've done. This thing even has lean angle and inertia gauges and stuff on it too. So that's pretty nice. The only thing I don't like is I like to see my water temp gauge, and this is all they give you, is this little thing down here. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You can change your front lift control and your traction control down there as well. And then another thing with this bike, you have to hold in the clutch to start it. So she's quiet. But I love the way that the triple sounds. Not bad, not bad. Can't wait to see what she sounds like with the exhaust. All right, here. Let's get going. So, I need to adjust the shifter lever because with my shoes on it's fine, but when I wear these boots, I can't barely get my foot under there, so I gotta like do this weird thing to shift. So it might be kind of weird while I'm filming, but after this, once I get her back home, I'm gonna have to adjust that. Also, before I forget, we're in sport mode right now. I'm just gonna go on ahead and set it into race, which you have to do via the start button here. Just hold it in, see it's in sport, rain, race. And then just let it do its thing, and it's set. We're just gonna leave the traction control on 3 and everything for now. Like I said, this is my first time on this bike, you know, doing anything with it. So we are still under 500 miles. So when I got this bike, it had like 400 and something miles on it. It hasn't even had the first service done yet. So I kind of don't want to like take it all the way to Redline or anything like that until I do the first oil change and all that good stuff. All right, now the gauge cluster is not like my Ducati 1199 was, where it automatically changes if it's dark or light outside. You know, you get the white display, and then when it turns nighttime, it goes dark. Now this can do the same thing. I have a night or a dark and white setting that you see right now, but it's not automatically. I have to manually do it. But you think as fancy as this thing is, they would have the same thing, you know? Even my Aprilia and my Ducati did it. All right, so the MV Agusta F3, man. This bike is downright sexy. Like when it sits in my garage, I just walk out there every time and I'm like, dang, this thing is nice. Beautiful bike. And that's what MV Agusta is really known for, you know. They're known for making aesthetically pleasing machines. And the bike that used to be the sport bike that they used to have was the F4. So that was a 4-cylinder. This is a triple, and they don't make the F4 anymore, so you can find them used online and stuff like that. But when I was talking to a mechanic I know that works on a lot of Italian bikes, you know, he does Ducati, Aprilia, and MV Agusta, he said, nah man, go with the F3, because I guess the F4s have a lot of maintenance issues and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, to me it's depends on how well you maintain your bike. You know, your bike is going to take care of you. But I will say there probably was a lot of faulty parts and stuff like that was on MV Agusta previously, but they have gotten better over the years. I think that's the #1 thing people worry about when they hear MV Agusta and it steers them away, is the maintenance. Probably like the cost, the availability of parts, obviously, because it can take forever to get stuff from Italy, and the dealerships and stuff that's around. There's not a whole lot. So for me, the closest dealer is Indianapolis, and that's like 3 hours away. But I mean, if I have to go, then it's not a problem for me to trailer it up there. But I don't intend on going to the dealer, you know, all the time. I'm still going to do my own maintenance. Now, I recently did a coolant flush on here because the operator's manual recommends that you change the coolant every 2 years. So, like I said, 2022, here it is 2024. So I went ahead and changed out to some engine ice. And man, let me tell you, that is a daunting task, because you basically have to tear, even to get to the battery, okay? Because my battery was dead when I got it, and I swapped it out with a lithium battery. Just to get to the battery, which is underneath the tank, or get to the coolant reservoir, which is right about here under the tank, you have to take off the whole tail section, which, let me get over. The whole tail section, which is one piece, because it's connected to the tank. Then you take the tank off, and then you're able to access all that stuff. So it just sucks because it takes longer to do simple tasks, you know what I'm saying? But with that said, I mean, I kind of like wrenching on my bikes. It's not a huge deal. It does suck, but man, for what you get as far as beauty and performance and everything, it doesn't matter to me. Let's see what this thing can do here. shift because my boot. Yeah, my the shifter is freaking too low, man, so it's hard for me to shift with these boots on. I'll do another second gear pull because second or third seems to work out pretty nice. Really nice intake roar, kind of like my Aprilia RS660, man. It's just like, wah! Not a whole lot of like torque to throw you back like my Ducati was, because that thing will freaking wheelie in second gear in race mode. Man, it sounds almost like an F1 car or something. I hear a lot of people say that because the shifting is so smooth, it's so like precise. It's like wop, wop, wop. Now the auto blip and downshifts are a little notchy, but the upshifts are really smooth. So oh man, trying to get my boot under this shifter, I tell you what. I wish I would have fixed that before this video, so it would have been easier to shift. All right, so real quick, power wise, this has about 148 horsepower and 60 something pound-feet of torque. I can't remember the exact values. And then the weight dry is about 381 pounds, but this feels, obviously with, you know, when you get all the fluids and everything in there, it's gonna be a little bit heavier, but this is definitely over 400 pounds easy. Maybe 420 or something like that. You can see that big old cat that's on the bottom there. All right. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at for horsepower numbers and everything. So like I said, this is a 3-cylinder. This thing does have titanium valves, so that's pretty cool. And I can't say enough about the looks of this bike. This thing is just drop dead gorgeous. The color, the lines and everything on it. And a lot of people don't know what this is. When they see it, they're like, what is this? Because a lot of people haven't heard of MV Agusta. Unless you're like an avid motorcycle rider, you kind of know what the brand is. Because everybody knows what a Ducati is, right? Even if you don't ride. Very, very popular bike. But yeah, I love it, man. This thing is nice. The sound of the engine is like intoxicating. And when you shift, the colored TFT display, man, this is a very nice looking display. I'm very pleased with it. Like I said, it gives you everything you need. The only thing you don't have is a fuel gauge on this. But as you saw from the start, you can change your power modes. You have rain, race, sport, and you do have a custom map that you can go in and change some stuff as well. You have a selector switch right here. You can go in and mess with your menus and everything, but it's kind of weird. It's not real tactile or anything like that. And yeah, that's about it. There's a lot of different options and stuff in there, and there's an app that you can get for your phone where you're supposed to be able to go in and change settings, stuff like that. It doesn't really work all that well, so you can just do it from your bike. And then the you can do Bluetooth and then run the map and your music and all that stuff through the screen here. And what else we got? Oh, you can also hook up to Wi-Fi, and you can do a software update from your phone, from the app to the bike. I haven't been successful doing it yet, and I mean, I don't think that I need a software update. I just want to check to see, you know, maybe if I do or if I don't. Yeah, so this does have wheelie control, but it's called front lift control. You get traction control, you have ABS, but you can't turn it off, which that's not cool, you know, if you're trying to take this thing to the track. What else we got? Oh, we also have launch control, so that's pretty cool. I actually want to test that out to see how that works. That's pretty nifty. I never had that on a bike before. And I do have cruise control on here as well, so you get a whole suite of electronics and features on this bike, which you should for as much as it costs. This does have a counter rotating crank, so I guess that just makes it better for when you get on the gas. It won't wheelie as bad, I guess, if I'm saying that right. Still a little wet out here. We had a big old thunderstorm come through earlier, so a lot of tree coverage didn't really dry off the road. I don't want to get too crazy. See, I hate this when people do this. They get grass clippings all in the road like that. Like, you can't face the thing the other way. All right, so ergonomics really doesn't feel much different than like my Ducati. I don't know, I mean, I flat foot it and then my knees are kind of bent and everything at the same time, so I don't know if it feels like it sits a little lower, but yeah, I mean, typical sport bike stance. I mean, nothing really too different to talk about there. My legs do feel good here on the side. Usually, like I said before in my previous videos, when I ride like an RSV4 or something like that, they're like way up here on the tank, so. But yeah, I don't know, not a whole lot of room for me to get down below the windscreen, and this is an aftermarket windscreen, so I still kind of am a little bit above it, but I am a tall guy, so I don't know, it's probably to be expected. All right, let's hear those downshifts. This thing sounds so good. We already talked about the mods and stuff that I've already done to the bike, some of the performance things that I want to do. I don't know when I'm going to get an ECU flash or anything like that done to it, and I don't know really if there's a lot. I know there's Brintune does do MV Agusta, but they only do the Brutale right now, and I'm not really sure of who else I could use for an ECU flash on these bikes. You guys know, let me know down in the comments. But the exhaust I'm getting is just a slip-on, so I don't really have to worry too much about ECU tuning right now, because it still has the flapper valve and all that stuff on it, so I don't want to really mess with that stuff just yet. Yeah, bad day to ride, man, right after a storm. There's debris everywhere. All right, I want to see if we can try traction or launch control here real quick. Just gonna start off. So you put it in neutral, and it has on-screen instructions. So we push it, hold it. Okay, it's enabled. It says pull in the clutch, put it in first gear, full open throttle. Let's see what this does. Okay, nice. Yeah, I wasn't gonna shift in the second because, like I said, the freaking shifter and me trying to get my boot under that would have been a crap show. But yeah, now you guys see how the launch control works on this bike. That is awesome. I like that. I need to try that on like a different road somewhere else where I can do it a little bit better. Yeah, sorry if the video is kind of boring with the curves and stuff, just because, like I said, the road conditions, and I just freaking got this bike, man. I'm still trying to get used to it, so you know how it is. The brakes feel really nice on here as well. But yeah, guys, I think that is about it. I think I covered everything with this bike as far as, you know, power, performance, ergonomics, the looks. The handling is really nice as well. Can't complain on that. Like I said, I really got to own this bike a little bit longer to see how it does. I am going to take this to the track. I want to see how it does at the track. And that's about it. And if you guys are wondering, I am wearing a full race suit. It's called the Control from REV'IT. Definitely check that out. I got the REV'IT Control gloves, and then I'm sporting the TCX RT Race Pro boots. Those if you're wondering about my gear. But all right, guys, if you guys are liking what you're seeing, definitely give me a like. If you guys got any comments or questions, or if you own an MV Agusta F3 or F4, let me know in the comments, man. How you loving it? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.